Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to welcome you to the Dutchess County Legislature Chamber. I'm William Beal, I'm the Commissioner of the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response, and it's certainly a privilege to welcome you to the 2026 State of the County Address. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please locate your closest emergency exit. Exits are located to the front and rear of the chamber. It is also appreciated if you would take a moment to silence your cell phones. Ladies and gentlemen, in attendance this afternoon are a number of distinguished guests and elected officials. Please hold your applause as we invite them to stand. New York State Senator Rob Rolison. New York State Assemblyman Anil Bipan. Representing New York State Assembly Member Dee Dee Barrett, Matthew Herzog. New York State Supreme Court Justice, the Honorable Maria Rosa. Show your appreciation for these state elected officials. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Dutchess County officials. Dutchess County Family Court Judge, the Honorable Tracy McKenzie. Dutchess County Sheriff Kirk Imperati. Dutchess County Clerk Brad Kendall. Dutchess County Comptroller Dan Amar Blair. Representing Dutchess County District Attorney Anthony Parisi, Chief Assistant District Attorney Michael Brady. Please show your appreciation for these Dutchess County officials. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the members of the Dutchess County Legislature, led by Legislative Chair Yvette Valdez-Smith. Please stand at this time and show your appreciation. In addition, joining us this afternoon are town supervisors, village and city mayors, as well as the local judiciary. Please stand to be recognized. We appreciate you being here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin this afternoon's program, please welcome the chair of the Dutchess County Legislature, the Honorable Yvette Valdez-Smith.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for attending Dutchess County's 2026 State of the County by our executive, Sue Serino. What a way to begin Women's History Month. I am Chair Yvette Valdez-Smith, and as a fellow woman in leadership, it is my honor to welcome you to our legislative chambers. Serving in this body has been an honor of a lifetime, and I look forward to the continuing progress of delivering real results and solutions here in Dutchess. Our county legislature is comprised of 25 legislators, and I am proud to say that for the first few months of this year, we have already accomplished a great deal. This is thanks in part to working with the county executive's office and directly with our county executive. Together, County Executive Serino and the county legislature work to deliver affordable housing units across Dutchess through the Housing Trust Fund. We've also seen great strides in our mental health programming. The county executive established independent departments to oversee issues relating to health, mental health, and veterans affairs in Dutchess. This step gave greater visibility and access for all. Her commitment to the people of Dutchess is clear. And of course, there is still much for us to do. Job number one is increasing affordability, public safety, and accessibility for everyone who calls Dutchess County home. And the legislature remains laser focused on delivering those and many more as we continue working with the county executive's office in 2026 and beyond. And now please welcome my friend and everyone's sheriff, our sheriff, Kirk Imperati, as he leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors led by the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office Color Guard.
Color Guard, present
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem, performed by Spackenkill High School senior, Carolyn Sotile.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing as the sheriff retires the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office color guard. Please remain standing as the invocation is offered by Reverend Michael Morris from the Church of Regina Caeli.
Let us place ourselves in the grace of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we are gathered in your name for this legislative session and our State of the County addressed by our Dutchess County Executive, the Honorable Sue Serino. You have granted us trust and legislative power so that we can serve our constituents of Dutchess County to the best of our abilities and with good and just intentions. Heavenly Father, we pray for one another in this legislative hall and for all decisions that will reflect the best of your people. We ask these prayers in God's name. Amen.
You may be seated at this time. Please welcome Arlington High School senior, Mia Usen.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mia Newsome, and I'm a senior at Arlington High School. I've also had the privilege of serving as the student body president for the past 2 years. I first met Dutchess County Executive Sue Serino at the Golden Gathering event 2 years ago, where I approached her in hopes of bringing her skilled trades fair to Arlington High School. I have now helped organize 2 extremely successful skilled trades fairs at Arlington, and none of it would have been possible without our Dutchess County executive. Last summer, I had the remarkable opportunity of working in the county executive's office as an intern. Through my work there, I was extremely inspired by her, not just as an elected official, but as a leader who genuinely listens. As a young woman leader myself, seeing a strong, confident female at the county level has been incredibly impactful. Female leadership matters. When young women like myself see women leading, making decisions, and shaping the future of their community, it expands what we believe is possible for ourselves. It reminds us that leadership is not about fancy titles, but about responsibility, compassion, and resilience. Our Dutchess County executive embodies the true meaning of leadership and has inspired me to also do so myself. Through my leadership role in student government and as the student member on the Arlington Board of Education, I've learned that leadership is often about the small moments. listening to concerns, advocating for change, and working collaboratively with others to ensure improvements. Whether it's organizing school-wide events through student government or advocating for students' voices on the Board of Education, I've come to understand that meaningful impact happens when leaders are accessible, empathetic, and community-driven. Our Dutchess County executive exemplifies that exact commitment to her community, which has motivated me to dig deeper to unite my school community even more. Watching her engage with citizens, support local programs, and prioritize the success of Dutchess County has shown me that leadership is more than just policy. It's about the people. It's about showing up and building trust. And most importantly, it's about empowering the next generation to step forward, which is exactly what she did to me. As someone who hopes to continue being a leader beyond high school, I am deeply grateful for female leaders like Sue Serino, who model the highest levels of empathy, integrity, and determination. Leaders who make young people feel seen. Leaders who remind us that our voices matter. It is truly an honor to introduce a leader who inspires me and so many others to step up, speak out, and serve with purpose. So at this time, please join me in welcoming Dutchess County Executive Sue Serino.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Thank you. That was very heartfelt. Thank you so much. And good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Chairwoman Yvette Valdez-Smith, for your really warm opening comments, and welcome to everyone that's here in the chamber today, so thank you. And thank you to all of the members of the legislature that are present today. It's a pleasure to join you here in the legislative chambers. And sorry, got a little bit of a throat thing going on today. But please join me in thanking all of our program participants. We have Sheriff Kirk Imperati and his dedicated color guard. Thank you so much for being here. Caroline, our voice of an angel. I always love listening to you sing. Father Mike, you make my heart and soul happy every time I hear you and see you. And Mia, magnificent Mia is doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. I'm grateful to have all of you as part of today's address. It really warms my heart to have you here with me. I would like to also recognize my fellow county elected officials, Sheriff Kirk Imperati, the sheriff is, I know he's here, Comptroller Dan Amar Blair, thank you, District Attorney Anthony Parisi. Mike Brady is covering for him today. Thank you so much. I talked to the DA earlier today. County Clerk Brad Kendall, thank you. And all the members of the county legislature. I appreciate your partnership and support as we work together to serve the people of our great county. It is work that's really done collaboratively. Partnerships among county departments and agencies and elected officials, that's a lot, right? With our local municipalities, with state and federal governments, and with community agencies and local businesses, all for the benefit of the people who call Dutchess County home. I thank all of you here today who are taking part in this great work. This address really highlights several of our priorities for the coming year. But let me be clear, this is just a small glimpse of all the work that our county government is doing for our neighbors every single day. I would love to highlight everything we do, but if I tried, I think this address would go on for days, and I think we all prefer speeches that are short and sweet. Those of you who know me know that that's what I do. That's why each year we reflect on the work of the executive departments and share highlights in our annual report. At more than 60 pages, it is still just a sample of our work. And while we chart a course for the year ahead, we also know that life has a way of interrupting even the best laid plans. County government is always pivoting, right, Yvette? All the time, evaluating circumstances that are emerging and adjusting priorities, ready to act when the curveballs get thrown at us. When the federal government shuts down and SNAP food benefits are held up, we act. Working with Renee Follett, of Dutchess Outreach, yes. To actually mobilize distribution of locally sourced fresh food resources to the food pantries. That was huge. Your input was invaluable to me, so thank you so much for your partnership. And when the governor's office calls and woohoo, offers $20 million to lead a statewide childcare pilot program, we act, stepping up to help create a statewide model that builds on the collaborative work of the Dutchess County Early Learning and Child Care Coalition. And I want to give a big shout out to Sabrina Marzuka. Where did Sabrina go? Sabrina, our commissioner, DCFS. Thank you. And Holy Toledo, what about the storms this year, right, Mayor Flowers? Oh my God. When storm forecasts shift and blizzard conditions threaten public safety, we act, making decisions and communicating in the best interest of public safety. Thank you to Commissioner Bob Balkine and your whole team for stepping up and really doing a great job. And Mayor Flowers. Mayor Flowers, thank you for your kind comments and your city buzz about us helping out with you and working collaboratively together. That's so important, so thank you very much for that. You know, that is the reality of county government. We plan with purpose, but we must also always be ready to meet the moment, ready to make decisions that are thoughtful, impactful, and fiscally responsible to best serve our neighbors when they need us most. And that is exactly what we are doing each and every day. It is our strong fiscal foundation that makes every decision, every action possible. And when situations arise unexpectedly, as they often do, our actions depend on the health of our fund balance. Our fund balance is what gives us the flexibility to make thoughtful changes over time, protects our strong AA plus bond rating, and provides a cushion if the economy turns, which that also happens. Our most recent reported unassigned county fund balance totaled $104 million, which includes $2.7 million in unrestricted opioid settlement funds and $11.4 million in community benefit funds. When you remove those set-asides, our unassigned fund balance stood at just under $90 million. However, the $90 million balance does not include the various financial actions taken last year, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, so that's why it's important for us to talk about it. When we close the books for 2025, we will account for $43.5 million that was used from fund balance, including $9.6 million appropriated over the course of last year and $33.9 million used to balance the 2026 adopted budget. While we expect some offsetting year-end savings for 2025, we will not know that final fund balance number until the 2025 annual financial report is completed, and that's not till the end of April. I want to be clear. The legislature's decision last year to rely more heavily on fund balance to cover 2026 operating costs rather than eliminating the clothing sales tax exemption and increase an ongoing revenue source has added structural pressure to next year's budget process. We will have a large budget gap to close, and it's really important to start talking about those things now because this is the year we start making decisions. With some big cost already coming from the fund balance for employee contract settlements, we must confront this reality by having fiscal restraint as any new ongoing budgeted costs are considered. I know it's so tempting to use fund balance as the first option to pay for new costs, especially when the alternative is raising taxes. Nobody wants to hear that. I was elected to represent the people of Dutchess County, and I take that responsibility seriously. When I talk with residents, I hear the same thing again and again. It's getting harder to afford to live. Childcare costs, electricity, groceries, everything is going up. I understand that pressure. The same inflation costs that strain household budgets actually strain our county operations too. I oversee a $653 million organization that delivers programs and services that our residents rely on every single day. And just like everyone else, county government is facing rising costs, state mandates, electricity rates, maintenance, and especially the labor cost with health insurance and pension costs that continue to climb. Our challenge is to balance these realities, to protect taxpayers while continuing to provide the essential services that keep this county running and our residents safe. As we navigate these fiscal challenges, I never forget my days as a single mom, right? Sitting at that kitchen table when I had to decide which bills to pay, that's really hard, and I know people are going through that right now. As county executive, every decision I make is grounded in that experience, thinking about how it affects your budget, your family, your life, and how our decisions to keep Dutchess County a place where you can stay and actually raise a family. Keep our grandparents here, right, too. Of all property taxes collected, only 10% of funds county government. Think about that, only 10% funds county government. And of that 10%, approximately 70% is mandated by New York State, leaving just 30% for discretionary services. So guess what discretionary services are? Sheriff's law enforcement, the district attorney's office, drug task force, emergency response, right, Bill? And the emergency 9/11 center, road maintenance, Bob, planning and economic development, and other essential services. That's a lot. And it is the county workforce, the men and women working day in and day out to provide these services to residents. And let me tell you, they go above and beyond and do an excellent job for our county. Our local economy remains strong, with unemployment at just 3.2%. But that strength brings its own challenge, right? A highly competitive labor market. Our human resources team is doing a great job working with departments to use every tool available to attract people to county government, leveraging the New York State HELPS program to streamline hiring with the elimination of civil service exam requirements, finally, for key positions, and creating targeted outreach for innovative opportunities like our CDL training program in Public Works. And where's Rachel? Rachel, thank you very much, Rachel Cashmere. Thank you. Even with these efforts, recruiting and retaining the staff that we need, especially in entry-level positions, is still difficult. Too many applicants simply cannot accept the low salaries that are being offered. Yet these are essential roles that our neighbors rely on every single day. When we can't fill them, our existing employees are stretched thin, and let me tell you, it's very stressful. That's why I'm pleased to share that we are close to finalizing an agreement with our largest union, CSEA, a multi-year contract that provides fair, meaningful cost of living adjustments for all CSEA employees. But most importantly, and this is really interesting because this is what we talked about and worked so hard on, this agreement lifts up our lowest paid workers, giving the largest percentage increases to those earning the least. So every county employee who serves this community can live and thrive in this community. I want to thank CSEA President Andy Calamari, who, with the weather, is not here, but he called me today to let me know, and that the entire negotiating team for their partnership and dedication. Together, we have crafted an agreement that strengthens our ability to attract talented people to public service. This CSEA agreement marks the third contract that we've completed. So you know how we were talking about the contracts that we're still doing and the fund balance, like this all plays a major role in this. Following agreements with the Dutchess County Police Benevolent Association and the Dutchess County Staff Association. We're now also beginning discussions with the Correction Officers Union, which is DCSEA. The CSEA contract settlement will require a projected $12 million from our fund balance this year, and will have a significant impact on the development of the 2027 budget. But having a stable and motivated workforce is a priority. Our county employees are the heartbeat of everything we do. They're the ones that are actually answering those 911 and 988 calls. They're clearing the snow, protecting children and families, prosecuting criminals, rehabilitating probationers, supporting our veterans, walking alongside those on the road to recovery, and caring for our seniors, and so much more. They're the true public servants who keep this county moving forward, and they set a standard for New York State, like our 988 mental health professionals who last week were honored for having the best answer rate of any 988 center in the state. We are so thankful for their dedicated workforce, and where is Jean Marie Niebuhr? Commissioner Niebuhr, thank you. Oops. When I first took office, I also met with our department heads, leaders with many years of service who oversee and carry out the mission of our county. Several were already eligible to retire, but they were willing to stay on to help me transition because, as I always say, you don't know what you don't know, right? So, and they helped me learn, and I am so thankful to them. We recently announced 2 upcoming retirements. Heidi Seelbach, Commissioner of Finance, is retiring after 15 years with the county. She has been a true steward of tax dollars, saving taxpayers millions over her career. We're also so thankful for your work, too. We also thank Ron Hicks for his 14 years serving as Assistant County Executive for Economic Development. Tongue-tied, Ron. So Ron, come in, and Heidi, stand. Thank you. Thank you. Ron has been a remarkable advocate for this county, and his work will have a positive impact for years to come. And I just have to say that Ron met with me when I won the seat. And when he came in to meet with me, I go, oh, God, please don't tell me you're leaving. And he would have, but I won, so he stayed on for these couple of years. So thank you, Ron. That was huge. So thank you both very much. You know, across county government, we're using technology to work smarter. Our goal really is simple. Handle increasing workloads, save taxpayer dollars, and continuing delivering strong, reliable services to the people of Dutchess County. Managing a growing workload with limited staff and resources isn't easy, and we are grateful to our department heads who have sought to find smarter, faster ways to get the job done while supporting our employees. This year, the Department of Finance, under Heidi's leadership, is moving forward with new software that allows our residents to pay their taxes online, making it more convenient for taxpayers and reducing time spent processing those paper checks. Thank you, Heidi. The Department of Mental Health has introduced new contract management software that improves outcome tracking, and next year they will add an assisted outpatient portal to meet New York State requirements with less paperwork, freeing up staff to actually spend more time helping those patients. Right, Jean Marie? Thank you. Last month, the county partnered with Dutchess Community College to train employees from 12 departments in Lean Six Sigma. So anybody here that's got a company, that is simply amazing. I absolutely loved it. This training gave them hands-on tools to look how we do our work, identify what might be slowing us down, and come up with better, more efficient ways to get things done. So where's Jess? Is Jess in the room? She's in the other room. Jess White from our budget director put this together, and I can't thank her enough. Using that training, these teams are focused on improving our processes for purchasing, contracts, and how we bring employees into county government. As their work continues, we're excited to put their ideas into action and make county government run even more smoothly. Our fellow elected officials are also working to improve efficiency. County Clerk Brad Kendall continues to lead modernization efforts that expand e-filing and e-recording systems and make records more accessible and up-to-date for residents, attorneys, and businesses. Over the past 2 years, Brad's efficiencies have saved significant tax dollars while still enhancing service. Thank you, Brad. I have also been proud to partner with Sheriff Kirkin Parati and District Attorney Anthony Parisi to harness the latest technology to establish a real-time crime center right here in Dutchess County. That's very exciting. The Real-Time Crime Center allows law enforcement to actually monitor video feeds utilizing flock safety technology, responding to active crime situations as they are unfolding, stopping criminals in their tracks. It's amazing how that technology works. I am grateful for this partnership, and I know our efforts will continue to enhance public safety here in our community. Comptroller Dan Amar Blair has been an important partner with reports and audits that validate how tax dollars are spent and provide new viewpoints for improvements, savings, and efficiencies. Thank you for your partnership. Thank you, everyone. Throughout county government, artificial intelligence, or AI, which of course can be a little scary, can be a game changer for all of us, saving time and easing the burden on our limited staff. In April, our Office of Central and Information Services will again host the Hudson Valley Artificial Intelligence Summit in partnership with Marist University. This summit explores how AI can support the county workforce, as well as local municipalities, organizations, and business, as we all seek to improve how we deliver services to our community. And is Commissioner Steve Oskerly's here? Hey, Steve, sorry, I was looking right at you. Thank you. You're going to be hosting that seminar, and that's really great. Our Department of Community and Family Services will put AI to work for using EVA. This is another great thing, an AI-powered call system that has been successfully used to safely and securely answer calls about temporary assistance benefits and guide people through the intake process. EVA can communicate in 65 languages, making our services more accessible and getting people through the necessary steps more quickly, saving as much as 12 to 15 minutes per call, and that adds up. That's a lot. DCFS carries an average of 11,000 SNAP cases each month and gets a lot of calls about them, nearly 7,000 calls last month alone. So saving time on each call will make a big difference in getting applications completed faster and improving client satisfaction. And to guide how we integrate AI into our work, I'm creating a county AI committee. The committee's first task will be to develop a countywide AI policy to make sure we use this technology responsibly with strong standards for ethics, security, accountability, and transparency. Technology and innovation really help us stretch our resources, but when it comes to families and childcare, it's all about the people. High-quality childcare gives our children a strong start in life. It helps working families and strengthens and expands our workforce. As a former childcare provider, I know this firsthand. I opened up my own in-home childcare business when I was a single mom, a way to care for my son while helping other parents go to work and provide for their families. I loved giving parents the peace of mind that comes from knowing your child is safe, supported, and well cared for. But today, it's harder than ever for families to find that same peace of mind. Childcare slots can be scarce, and the cost puts enormous pressure on household budgets. As a member of the Dutchess County Early Learning and Childcare Coalition, we focus on strategies to expand access to high-quality early learning and build a strong early childhood educator workforce. We know that the quality of a child's earliest experiences shapes their brain development, laying the foundation for learning, behavior, and well-being throughout life. And our work is gaining statewide recognition. Dutchess County has been selected as one of only 3 counties in New York, that's huge, for an exciting pilot child care initiative that moves us closer to the coalition's vision, a universal system where every child has access to early learning and where every child care space is staffed by skilled professionals who can provide enriching, developmentally appropriate experience. And I want to give a shout out to Jill Gomez, who's here, and Senator Rollison, who way back when was all part of this, right, and still continues to do so. So thank you. Focused on children ages 0 to 3, Governor Hochul's proposed budget includes more than $20 million for Dutchess County to implement research-based strategies that advance these goals and serve as a model for the entire state. This pilot requires a $2 million match from the county, which we will need to, another thing, we need to factor into the 2027 budget, but we know that this is a critical investment for our community. As the state finalizes the funding and program details, we expect the pilot to lead to a request for proposal that expands child care access and affordability. The plan we will submit to the state will highlight our priorities, addressing child care deserts, reaching underserved populations, and meeting the needs of today's workforce with child care hours beyond the traditional 9 to 5. And I know the 2 presidents of our hospitals can attest to that, right? When your nurses and docs are working after hours, we need that. So we hope to move beyond the typical attendance-based funding model and instead support comprehensive early learning programs that prioritize robust training and competitive compensation, the key ingredients for attracting and retaining skilled educators. And we will build on our partnership with Day One's Teacher Apprenticeship Program, which gives providers the hands-on training that strengthens children's academic, social, and emotional development, with proven results in achieving and surpassing childhood milestones. We're also continuing the pilot that we launched last year with the Child Care Council and the Mid-Hudson Discovery Museum, leveraging the museum's resources to support in-home caregivers. This pilot is being undertaken, and we are grateful to our Department of Community and Family Services, once again, Sabrina, and our community partners for taking up this new challenge. The state chose Dutchess County for a reason, right? As my friend Jerry Laybourne of Day One said, we are truly set up for success, thanks to Dutchess County's early leadership in supporting innovation and the many partners who have come together through Early Learning Coalition. This is an extraordinary opportunity for us to demonstrate what's possible when state investment meets local innovation and determination. So you were right, Jerry. We are ready and we are excited to move forward because childcare touches every part of our lives. It helps our children thrive, supports parents and caregivers, strengthens our economy, and is foundational to a healthy, resilient society, and it is something every family deserves access to. And people also deserve access to safe housing. When I took office, the county had taken decisive steps to confront one of the most urgent challenges facing our community, homelessness. A comprehensive plan was already in place to create a permanent emergency housing center at 26 Oakley Street to replace the existing nearby pods, which are aging, temporary units that were never meant to be a long-term solution. New York State fully supports this plan and awarded us a $13 million grant to fully cover the construction cost. All of that was done before me. The new Housing Support Center at 26 Oakley Street will enable us to continue our successful model of helping people with comprehensive case management, mental health support, and substance use services, real tools that have helped nearly 80 people move towards stability, independence, and permanent housing in the last 16 months. And I want to say, when I came on board, I talked to Sabrina, and I said, Sabrina, we have to work on lifting people up out of homelessness, getting them into transitional housing, and you did that job. You had 80 people in the last 16 months that you were able to accomplish that with all the services that you provide, and that is huge. So thank you. And really what you do, it's not just an emergency shelter when you think about it. It's about restoring dignity, rebuilding lives, and creating pathways forward. That's what it's all about. And some of the other efforts to address homelessness include working with any municipality who would like to create a homeless beds in their community as we implement a $200,000 grant that the legislature added to the 2026 budget. And while we strive to help each person in our care, we must at the same time expand available housing stock so they have affordable, sustainable, and permanent options to move on to. Housing. Right, Ron? Housing. The cost of housing continues to be one of the biggest challenges to economic stability. That's why expanding the supply of affordable homes for both renters and buyers is essential to improving affordability across Dutchess County. Our Housing Trust Fund is already making a meaningful difference. To date, we've dedicated $14.3 million, and of that, $12.3 million has been awarded to create or preserve nearly 370 affordable homes, and we're excited to see many of these projects moving from plans to reality. This past summer, we celebrated our very first completed project, 3 new homes in the city of Poughkeepsie, where I think a lot of the people that actually moved into the homes are from the city of Poughkeepsie, went to school here, where families are now settling in and building their futures. Later this year, 3 additional projects in Beacon, thank you, Mayor Kiriakou, thank you very much, and the city of Poughkeepsie, Mayor Flowers, will be completed, adding 38 newer preserved homes, 29 of which will be affordable. Also in Poughkeepsie, construction is underway on the Wallace Campus project, which will bring 187 more affordable units to the community. And construction just began on Locust Hill in the town of Rhinebeck for another 80 affordable units, 67 which are supported through our Housing Trust Fund. Additionally, through our Home Investment Partnerships program, a 3-family home rehabilitation will be completed on the city of Poughkeepsie's north side, and Habitat for Humanity is set to begin construction on new 5-home development in the town of Poughkeepsie. As we prepare to launch the 3rd round of Housing Trust Fund applications in April, we're prioritizing, because we're thinking outside of the box, small-scale projects like 10 units or fewer that blend naturally into the character of our towns and villages, especially in our rural areas. We're very excited that the Powder House Road Duplex project in Amenia, funded in our 2nd round of Housing Trust Fund, will break ground this year, demonstrating the type of project that can make a positive impact in our rural communities where centralized infrastructure does not exist. Think about it, water and sewer. Projects like these not only meet critical housing needs, but they also create opportunities for small businesses to be part of the housing solution. I am thrilled to announce a brand new initiative, our Own and Rent Duplex program. This program will open a pathway to home ownership, which will also expand affordable rental options. Through the Housing Trust Fund, we will support the purchase and rehabilitation or development of 2-family homes. In return, buyers will live in 1 unit as their primary residence and rent out the 2nd, right? It's a smart, sustainable model that strengthens neighborhoods and actually builds generational stability. And I'm so excited to be partnering with Community Housing Innovation, CHI, Ron, Tiffany, I'm so glad that you guys are here today. Thank you that you're spreading the word about your first-time homebuyer program, and I know you have materials on it, where they provide counseling and up to $50,000 in assistance for income-qualified buyers to help with down payments, closing costs, or needed repairs when purchasing a single-family home in Dutchess County. And I remember that back from my real estate days. Those first-time homebuyers need that help, so thank you. And while building new homes is essential, helping our neighbors stay in the homes that they already have is just as important. Through our owner-occupied property rehabilitation program, as well as our partnership with Rebuilding Together, we're helping low and moderate income residents make critical repairs, from roof replacements to boiler upgrades, ensuring their homes meet health, building, fire, and safety standards. Last year, we doubled the applications for our rehab program when we expanded from a seniors-only program to all families that are income qualified. When homes fall into disrepair or become uninhabitable, it only deepens the housing shortage. This program is a win-win. It keeps people safe and preserves our local housing stock. And our Director Todd Tancredi, I want to thank you from Office for the Aging for playing a major role in that. And housing stability is essential, and so is safety. Knowing help will come when we call is an essential service, even though the state doesn't call it an essential service, but we must work together with our municipal partners to be sure that that happens. As we all know, our state and our nation is facing an EMS crisis. Volunteerism is declining, and communities that have long relied on volunteers are feeling the strain. We are incredibly grateful to all those who continue to step forward, giving their time, their talent, and resources to keep our neighbors safe. To each of you, we say thank you for your selfless service. Emergency medical service has been a cornerstone of my administration, and we've taken purposeful action that is delivering real results and saving lives. Right, Commissioner Beal? Thank you for your leadership. Through our Fly Car grant program, we've awarded more than $330,000 to local fire departments, rescue squads, and ambulance corps, providing life-saving equipment like automated chest compression devices, AEDs, and trauma bag supplies. Right? Dr. Wilson, I know you can relate to this. These basic life support vehicles make a critical difference when every second counts, getting an EMT to the scene and to start patient care quickly before an ambulance arrives. We're also working to strengthen the EMS workforce because EMS careers matter. We're supporting students interested in this heroic career path through programs like Beacon Volunteer Ambulance Corps Youth Squad and Pleasant Valley's Bravehearts, a tongue twister, Girls in Emergency Services Academy. These programs introduce high school students to EMS careers and provide training and mentorship. I've seen these young people in action, and they are impressive. So Phoenix and Anastasia, I think from Beacon, can you guys stand up? Thank you. So BVAC, thank you for all the leadership. I appreciate all of you, and it's so awesome to see the students with your, I don't know what you call it, the mannequin, and how you were saving a life, but it was really cool, so thank you. Thanks. And this fall, Dutchess County BOCES launched a unique 2-year EMT program giving high school students the ability to earn certification at age 17. We've invested nearly $100,000 in new state-of-the-art equipment, including the mannequins and training simulators for the Dutchess Community College EMS programs. We have even convinced New York State, this is huge, to include DCC's paramedic program in the new SUNY Reconnect initiative, so adult learners 25 and older can actually complete their paramedic associate degree absolutely free. It's awesome. With social media and other advertising, we've helped our neighbors identify when to call 911 and when not to, like when you get a sunburn, you're not calling 911, okay? How to know the signs of a real medical emergency so we can ease pressure on the EMS system and allow responders to focus on life-threatening emergencies. And when those emergencies do happen, we're making sure people are ready to help. For cardiac emergencies, we are launching HeartSafe 2.0, investing $100,000 to provide AEDs and training to local youth sports leagues and recreation programs, allowing for immediate access to life-saving tools when our communities gather. Most importantly, we've helped ensure that every time someone calls for an ambulance, no matter where they live, help is on the way. It's working. Since launching our historic supplemental EMS coverage last year, which now includes 1 basic life support ambulance, 1 advanced life support ambulance, and 1 advanced life support fly car, they have responded to nearly 3,000 calls and transported over 800 patients, and we are saving lives. Oops. And one such critical call came just a few weeks ago. On February 4th, the East Clinton Volunteer Fire Department's rescue squad was dispatched for a 56-year-old man who fell. The 911 caller reported the man had hit his head and was experiencing chest pain. As a life-threatening priority 1 call, our Dutchess County ALS fly car was dispatched to the scene. East Clinton's rescue captain quickly arrived on scene and determined that the patient's blood pressure was dangerously low. As East Clinton members moved the patient from the home into their ambulance, the patient became unresponsive. Recognizing cardiac arrest, our Dutchess County fly car paramedic provided advanced life support care, defibrillating the patient and giving vital medications to start his heart and transport him to the hospital. The patient regained consciousness on the way to the hospital and has since been released. Thank you, and please stand. Our East Clinton Rescue Squad. So it was a combination of the East Clinton Rescue Squad and our Dutchess County Fly Car paramedic for saving the life of our neighbor. So a huge shout out for Don Estes, Don, wave, Susan Dehan, and Stephen Forshland. I'm sorry, Stephen, I'm not pronouncing your name right. And, I had a last name Svianovich. Nobody could ever pronounce it, so I can relate. And the Dutchess County Fly Car paramedic, Evan Bizjak from Empress EMS. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. This story shows how we are helping real people. Without both East Clinton's basic life support primary care, this story could have had a very different, possibly tragic ending. New York State has finally taken notice of the EMS crisis, requiring counties to actually develop and maintain comprehensive EMS plans. Through continued regional collaboration efforts, we will identify system vulnerabilities and offer solutions to further improve pre-hospital care. It's a huge challenge, right, Commissioner Beal? Because I know you're doing all the work on this. Thank you, with Glenn. Thank you. Especially with no funding attached. That's always the clincher. But thanks to our proactive work, Dutchess County is well ahead of the curve. There's good news. As we develop this countywide plan, Northwell Health, the largest health system in New York State, is continuing to expand their presence in Dutchess County. We are in discussion with Northwell leadership about how they can be part of our comprehensive planning, potentially providing EMS resources for communities across Dutchess County. So Dr. Andy Wilson and Dr. Susan Browning, please stand so we can say thank you. John, thank you. Thank you. Exciting times, and we have even more ahead. We're exploring how to redirect non-emergency calls. This is unique, using nurse navigation and emergency telehealth systems to help alleviate non-emergency and unnecessary calls for ambulances. We will continue our collaboration with municipal leaders, fire departments, and rescue squads to ensure sustainable long-term EMS coverage is available countywide. While strengthening emergency service is critical, we are equally committed to building a stronger, more vibrant economy, one that creates real opportunities for every resident of Dutchess County. Our economy is growing, and that growth is bringing new jobs, new investments, and new possibilities, from workforce development programs to high-tech innovation. Marist University is boldly expanding access to high-quality health care. It's very exciting. In continued partnership with Nuvance, now part of Northwell Health, Marist is strengthening the pipeline into healthcare careers and strengthening the workforce development through a new leadership training program for current healthcare professionals. Marist is also exploring how to develop its science and health facilities for expanded state-of-the-art programs to attract highly talented students and faculty to our region and ensure our community has access to well-trained healthcare professionals for generations to come. Vitally important for our area. I always love to highlight the success of Dutchess Community College's aviation and mechatronics pipeline to jobs program, especially since I didn't take the traditional path. I think this is so important that we give this opportunity to young people. So we're excited that DCC is launching 2 more pipeline initiatives for HVAC and automotive at the Fishkill campus. We'll partner with DCC to pursue grant funding for these programs, helping our local workforce gain the skills to take advantage of the high-paying HVAC job opportunities ranging from residential homes to global manufacturers with highly specialized needs like IBM, this is huge too, Quantum Data Center, that is so amazing. It operates at ultra-cold temperatures of, get it, negative 460 degrees. And we all thought, this year was cold? Oh, nothing compared to that. IBM has made Poughkeepsie a global hub for quantum computing, strengthening high-tech employment and driving long-term economic growth for us. And they continue to invest in Dutchess with ambitious plans to build Starling, the world's first large-scale, fault-tolerant quantum computer here by 2029. That's amazing. You know, my whole family worked for IBM, as I'm sure many people here too, their families. Thank you to IBM. Across the county, we're seeing many other major investments and new ventures like Hudson Company investing $10 million to transform a vacant and blighted site in Pine Plains into a 50,000 square foot headquarters, showroom, and manufacturing space for custom milled reclaimed wood flooring, paneling, and beams. That is so amazing. One of the largest real estate companies in the United States, Lincoln Property Company, is in contract to buy the 300-acre I-Park 84 industrial complex in East Fishkill, which will bring significant investment and new businesses to the undeveloped sections of I-Park 84. Empire Additive Solutions, another locally owned advanced manufacturing facility, is coming to East Fishkill to support medical devices, orthotics, prosthetics, and robotic customers. So thank you. I don't think our supervisor, Nick D'Alessandro, is doing a great job in East Fishkill, so thank you to him. As these companies invest and need skilled employees, we are making sure that our high school students know about all the trades career pathways with our skilled trades fairs events held across the county and attracting hundreds of students. Our next one will be in May with Dutchess County BOCES. And another shout out to Mia, thank you. She had 60 students on board to help all of our tables there that day. That was great, so thank you very much. And our tourism industry also continues to be an important economic engine. Destination Dutchess, where is Melaine? Melaine, thank you so much. Destination Dutchess, oh my God, I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm talking too much. I usually don't talk this much. Reports post-COVID visitor spending has increased by 20% to a high $800 million record. Thank you, Melaine, very much. And to your team, you guys do a great job. 2 transformational projects will further enhance Dutchess County's appeal to visitors. After nearly a decade of planning, One and Only has broken ground on its $500+ million destination project near the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park. And the long-anticipated Soho House project at Grassmere Estate has received its final approval from the Town of Rhinebeck Planning Board and will add new hospitality and economic activity to Northern Dutchess. So there's a lot going on all throughout the county from south to north. Tourism provides more than 10,200 jobs in our local economy, and these new hospitality investments will create even more new jobs and opportunity. And to fill those jobs, we'll need these companies to tap into a skilled and ready workforce, our older adults. Last year, Todd, remember, I said, listen, there's a lot of people that are 55, 60 years old, like me. They want a job. They still want to work. So we did an older skilled work trades, and it was amazing. We had 500 people come in 2 hours with their resumes in hand. So any employers here, I'm doing it again this summer because there were a lot of employers that didn't come. There were more volunteer organizations, but there's a workforce out there. Like, I don't know about you, but I have a different work ethic than our kids today. So sorry, Mia, Caroline. But those skills are so important, so we'll be doing it again, and I'm going to be reaching out to all of you. Everyone knows that I have a soft spot for our seniors, right, Todd? I love our seniors. I'm a senior now. I care deeply about them, so it breaks my heart when anyone tries to take advantage of them. These are people who have spent their lives contributing to our community, raising families, building businesses, volunteering, showing up for their neighbors, and yet there are still people that are out there who try to scam them out of their hard-earned savings. We all know someone that has fallen victim to fraud, and this is a story that breaks my heart. A friend of mine recently told me about how her parents got a call saying a loved one was in danger. Someone even showed up at their door, that's the gall they have, to collect money to help. They handed over $9,000 because they thought they were protecting their family. And of course, it was a scam. This is how these criminals operate. They prey on fear, on quick decisions, and on the deep love that our seniors have for their families. But here in Dutchess County, we're fighting back. In partnership with our Office for the Aging, the Department of Community and Family Services, Sheriff Kirk Imperati, and District Attorney Anthony Parisi, and Mike Brady too, thank you, and our DA, we are forming an Elder Justice Task Force focused entirely on protecting our older adults. This task force will expand education about the tricks that scammers use, strengthen investigations into suspected fraud, and ensure that those who target our seniors are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You know, and just on a side note, it's important to talk to our family members. God, I talk to my mother all the time about this, and she almost fell victim to it. She thought it was my son talking to her on the phone. So it happens. So have those conversations. This work builds on the strong collaboration already happening with Office for the Aging. Todd, you've been doing this for a long time, and our Adult Protective Services team with Sabrina in the Department of Community and Family Services. Together, they make sure that our older adults know they're not alone, and the Dutchess County is looking out for them. I'm almost done, folks. All right. Believe me, it's a lot. I need another sip. And we're also tackling one of the biggest vulnerabilities scammers exploit. Loneliness. Think about that. A lot of our seniors live alone. They're lonely. Many scammers deliberately seek them out to strike up conversations, build trust, and then drain their savings. That's why our Friendly Calls program has been such a game changer. If anybody wants to become a friendly caller, just talk to Todd Tancredi. Since launching in 2023, more than 360 vetted volunteers speaking nearly a dozen languages and dialects have been connected with seniors who just need a friendly voice on the other end of the line. It's simple, it's human, and it's making a real difference. We're also meeting seniors where they are. Our OFA ambassador, Mary Reedy, she's a rock star, right, Todd? Has been incredibly busy since I announced her role last year. She's out in communities across the county, hosting mobile office hours, helping seniors and their families who can't easily get to Poughkeepsie, and making sure no one misses out on services. And this approach doesn't stop with our seniors. We have more than 13,000 veterans here in Dutchess County, and many of them face the same challenges: work schedules, medical appointments, family responsibilities, and transportation barriers. Finding time to get to our Office of Veteran Services in Pleasant Valley isn't always easy, so we're bringing those services to them through Operation Mobile Outreach. And with our veterans stand, our Director of Veteran Services, Adam Roach, any other veterans in the audience? Oh, well, Adam, kudos to you. Thank you. Our new Veteran Services Officer, Beth Ann Canero, has been traveling to town halls, American Legion, and VFW post libraries, nursing homes, wherever our veterans are, and at times that work for them, including evenings. She helps veterans one-on-one, navigating the maze of benefits and paperwork and making sure they receive every single service benefit that they've earned. It's personal, it's hands-on, and it sends a clear message. In Dutchess County, our veterans are never alone. Our mobile health unit is also helping people access health and mental health services with expanding the schedule of stops in communities across Dutchess County. And be sure to mark your calendar for our annual health fair at the Dutchess Community College on Saturday, May 2nd. Meeting people where they are, making government accessible, and showing our neighbors that we see them, we value them, and we're here to help. That is our goal every day. Our work is about people, and it is the heart of why I do this job. I hand out my business card all the time, much to everybody that works with me. They don't think that's a good idea, but let me tell you, it's worked out for many years. I give them my cell phone number because I want people to know that I'm here for them, that we are here for them, right? When people call, I listen, and sometimes that's all it is, right? Just listen. Sometimes they just want to share their thoughts. Often they need help. I can't solve every problem, and believe me, that frustrates me. But I can listen. I can connect them to services. I can help them see their challenges in a new way. Because what people most want from government is simple, and it truly is simple. They want us to be there for them, right? That is what government should be. And while we have plans and priorities for the year ahead, we also know that circumstances can change, resources shift, challenges appear, opportunities arise, but no matter what comes our way, we will continue to act with fiscal responsibility, with purpose, and with compassion. The state of Dutchess County is strong, and we are working for you every single day. Thank you, and may God bless Dutchess County. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, guys. And another sip of water. Thank you. Thank you, Bill, for doing this.